What made you lose a lot of weight? 1. I got sick of my knees hurting and not being able to breathe. I also know if I'd stayed fat that my 59-year-old ass wouldn't make it to 65. I've got too much to do to be dying of fat. 2. Upping my protein intake. Crazy how much full you feel if you replace partial carbs and fats with protein. My biggest issue was I always felt hungry, and that fixed that itch for me and was able to easily hit calorie goals without binging. 3. Going bald. I needed to shave my head fully in the next year or so, and the only worse thing than a guy with no hair is a fat guy with no hair, so I changed the only thing I could control. 4. Running 7 miles every day for 1 month and I lose 60 pounds. 5. I started by counting calories, Cronometer/MyFitnessPal. After seeing that a large helping of chips, crisps for you Brits, is more calories than a home-cooked steak dinner, I dropped almost all ultra-processed foods from my diet and cook most meals from scratch. 6. I had a stomach bug I got in Mexico once that made me lose a stubborn 15 pounds that was holding me back from my goal weight. 7. I found that soups are my diet hack. It's easy to pack in protein and nutrients, there's so many kind of soups and different textured soups also. It's also a really satisfying and comforting meal. I'm down 10 pounds in less than 3 months. 8. Switched departments at work to do more physical labor instead of being in leadership and shuffling paper for most of my shift. Now I'm no longer a stressed out mess, plus every day is gym day. Last week I couldn't fit my favorite sweater over my newly developed biceps without stretching the fabric first. Meanwhile it was loose everywhere else where it used to be tight, even though I've had to up my caloric/protein intake massively. I make slightly less money these days, but the shift in my health and happiness has been totally worth it. 9. I'm a bad binge eater at night. Intermittent fasting and working out always shreds me well. It gets pretty easy to not eat during the day when keeping busy.